Hi, this is Julia, and I'm going to show you which direction to send your yarn in when you're purling and knitting. I'm going to start with purling because you can see your yarn in front of your work that way, and also because that's the one that a lot of people have confusion about. When you're purling, you want your yarn to go this way, and it might look like it's going from right to left, or if you look straight on at the point of your needle that you're working onto, it's going around the needle as if it were counterclockwise. Pause a moment. I'm going to show you a clock face. Clockwise is the direction that the clock hands move in, and counter or anti-clockwise, which is what they say in England and Great Britain, is this way. The opposite way, going backwards, traveling backwards in time, counterclockwise, anti-clockwise. Clockwise, the way that the clock works, counterclockwise. The way that your yarn always needs to go is this way, counterclockwise. So let's keep this under the work to remind us while we finish up this purl stitch, which is going around the needle as if it were going around this way, but just only a half time. Purl. Now it doesn't matter which hand I hold the working yarn in. If I hold it in my right hand, I'm still going to go this way around the yarn. So into the stitch, around the needle, and back. Oop, I split the stitch a little because it's kind of an unfamiliar position that I'm knitting in order to get it on screen. There we go, that's your purl stitch. Now, when it's time for you to knit, pretend that I got to the end of the row and back again. I'm going to be going into my stitch, as you know, this way, and it's going to look from the pointy end of the needle the same counterclockwise knit. But if you're looking, now here's counterclockwise. If you're looking at it over here, it looks as if it's going left to right. Don't let that throw you. It's always going counterclockwise, like that. And it does not matter which hand holds the working yarn. It is still going this way, this counterclockwise way. And if you're done, then you could turn the video off now and stop watching, but if you're still curious, I'll tell you why it's important. And that's because if you go the wrong way, you will end up with a twisted stitch. And who cares if your stitches are twisted like that with this little crossed legs? You might care because it might make your fabric too tight. It might make your finished project too small. It might look uneven. Or in special cases, you want your stitches twisted and you do it on purpose when the pattern tells you to or when you decide to. So here I have a little swatch of ribbing where I purposely twisted the stitches, only the knit stitches. The purl stitches are normal. That is, the V is a normal V that goes into each stitch below it. But these stitches on the visible side of the work, I purposely made them twisted so that their V stitch legs would cross each other and come together tightly to make the ribbing tighter, to make it more stretchy and elasticy. It's less elasticy the vertical way, but it's more elasticy the way that you might need it for a hat band. So that's just a choice, a design and function choice, but it's not the default. The default is always wrap your yarn around your needle counterclockwise.